Hey guys, it's Liv coming at you from day, I think it's actually 2 weeks of being in quarantine, not leaving my house. Today I am giving you guys a recipe for seitan chicken nuggets. This recipe can be made in your Instant Pot and then you fry them in a frying pan. I've tried a lot of seitan recipes and most of them take upwards of like 1 to 2 hours. And I don't have time for that, and I don't have the patience for that. So I came up with this recipe to kind of cut the time that you need to cook them. That being said, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can just boil it on the stove. It probably would take around 45 minutes instead of 15. So yeah, if you guys are interested in learning how to make the nuggets, then just keep watching.
So the first thing you want to do is get 3.5 cups of vegetable stock or vegan chicken broth, which is what I'm using, and I just get this powdered vegan chicken flavored broth from Bulk Barn and mix it with water, but you can use any broth that you have. I just find the chicken one obviously makes it taste a little bit more like chicken, and then just set that aside. And then into a mixing bowl you want to add your vital wheat gluten, your nutritional yeast, and the garbanzo bean flour, also known as chickpea flour, and whisk that together until it's combined. This just kind of cuts the gluten and makes it a little bit less dense. Then you want to take between 3/4 and 1 cup of the broth and mix it into the dry bowl. And then you want to mix this together until it forms a dough. It will come together super quickly, and you can also use your hands to kind of get in there and knead it to make sure that none of the dry mix is still remaining. It will look and feel kind of rubbery, honestly, and that's what you want. So then you can just add the rest of the broth into your Instant Pot and start ripping off pieces of the seitan mixture. So you want it to be about this size, kind of flattened into a patty, and you can either use these as burgers, or what we're going to do later is chop them up and bread them that way. But I like to make them bigger and chop them because I find that it just cooks a little better than making small tiny little pieces. I've done this a bunch of times and I just prefer to do it this way. And then you just want to put the lid on and set it to pressure cook for 15 minutes. And then it will come to pressure, and then once it's done you can just release the steam manually. And once all the steam is released, you can open it up and it should look something like this. They will expand, so don't worry if they look a lot bigger. And then to make the breading, we're going to mix together some flour, panko breadcrumbs, salt and pepper, and some smoked paprika. Regular paprika works too, but I like using some sort of paprika because it helps just kind of brown it and make it a little bit more golden once you fry it. And the smoked paprika adds a really nice flavor, so I like using that. And so then you're just going to take out each one of the patties, and like I said, you can use it whole to make a chicken burger and just bread it like in the big size, or you can chop it up into little nugget pieces like I'm doing here. And then all you're gonna do is heat up a kind of deep frying pan with some oil. I like to use coconut oil for this because it has a higher smoke point, and I don't really mind the coconut flavor for these. I kind of like it. It almost adds a little bit of sweetness, but any sort of neutral oil can work for this. So you just want to put enough in the pan that it kind of coats the bottom. We're not going to deep fry it. This is more like shallow frying or pan frying. But just make sure you have enough oil that everything can kind of get coated and crispy in the pan. And so then I like to just dump the nugget pieces into the breading mixture and stir it up or toss it up, and then put them into the frying pan to cook. And this can take anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes per side. I like to flip them a couple times so that they get super crispy. And then you can just line a bowl with some paper towel, and once they're done you can put them in that just to help drain some of the excess oil and make them a little bit less greasy. And that's it. You are ready to serve. So you can use these for so many things. My favorite thing to do is just dip them in ketchup or use them in a stir fry. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm recording this part on my phone camera because my other camera is dead and I wanted to get this video up for you guys. But if you make this, make sure to take a photo and tag me on Instagram. I'm at itslivb. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!